So wonderful and welcome. Namaste. Thank you for being here. It's wonderful to join together and practice together. And we're going to go ahead and start in a seated posture today for class. And if you would like to elevate your hips, especially if your low back is tender or sensitive, you might take a blanket, even a pillow underneath your sit bones, something that just gently tilts the pelvis forward. And then you choose whether the palms face down in your lap. Maybe you'd like to turn your palms towards the sky. And find that shape in your body where you can soften and settle. And then as you begin to arrive, take a deep breath through the nose and sigh it out from your mouth. And another breath just like that, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And you're welcome to take one more just like that. Or you might close the lips and begin to draw the breath in and out through the nose. And really allow yourself this moment and this transition as we shift from wherever you've come from in your day to this practice right here, right now. We find so often throughout our day that the world pulls on our attention, and that we engage with the out there. And so often we move from a place of disconnection, or we move from a place of disembodiment. And often it's even without noticing. It's without intention that we shift out of our state of center. And we begin to move from that sense of the mind, the sense of task, of goal, of destination. And there's a beauty in that which keeps us moving, that which invites us to grow, to accomplish, to connect. And yet, the practice of yoga invites us to move from a place of center, to move with greater mindfulness, deeper embodiment. That the practice yoga is so much more than this time here on our mat. The practice yoga is to live life as a devotional prayer, to move with mindfulness and kindness in the world. Even the simple task of brushing our teeth, to our actions with work and family, how we drive on the road. Yoga invites us to be in a deeper embodied state, to be present to our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions. And from that place, our actions. And so, really, yoga is a practice that comes with us into the world, comes with us into the external. And so, as we find the practice here on our mat today, notice when you've slipped out of connection from your body, when you've moved into the mind, whether it's rushing from here to there, a daydream, and just the invitation to practice from that deep sense of embodiment, that deep sense of mindfulness. When we become aware of how we walk in the world and how our walk affects the world around us. How might this presence, how might this practice change our life? Bring just a bit more love into the world around us. Taking that last breath here. Beautiful. You're going to take an inhale, sweep your hands all the way up towards the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to bring that left hand forward towards the right knee. Let the right fingertips come behind you. And sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. And that gentle twist as you breathe out. And taking a deeper breath. Notice how the breath expands in the ribs. And that exhale, twist a little more deeply. And then come back to center as you inhale, fingers to sky. And on your exhale, twist to the other side. Let that right hand descend to the left knee, left fingertips behind you. Sit tall on the inhale, twist deep on the exhale. Noticing how it feels to be in your body, what you might have brought with you. And inhale back to center, hands to sky, and then wash them all the way wide down towards the earth, fingertips root. And just take a nice big breath, lift your heart, lift your chest. Exhale, sigh it out. Good, come forward. Let the hands come over the knees, the shins. Just make your way towards tabletop pose, that hands and knees. Let the hands come slightly in front of the shoulders here, and then big circles. Take that inhale, sweeping the hips forward, and as you exhale, press back. Beautiful. And then change the direction. Begin to circle the opposite way. Beautiful. Just taking a few more here. Noticing where you tend to hold. Noticing where we want to rush and can we slow down instead. Okay. And as you come to center, leave the hips right over the knees and begin to walk the hands forward, puppy dog pose, Anahatasana. Letting the heart and forehead melt towards the earth, deep stretch through the shoulders. And then can we arrive into this shape? Can we arrive into our body? And one pathway is curiosity. What do you feel? What do you hear? What can you sense in this moment? Beautiful. Lift your heart, plant the elbows as you inhale, come all the way to your belly. Take a little lift of your chest. And then as you exhale, third eye to the earth. Good. Slide the hands back by the ribs. Take a little tuck of your toes. You'll inhale here. Exhale, press up towards the hands and the knees. I'm going to bring the big toes to touch and then sit the hips all the way back to the heels, right? If it's uncomfortable to sit your hips down with the toes tucked, you're welcome to take a block, maybe between the ankles, between the feet. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and simply reach that left arm to the sky as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, bring that hand down towards the right ear. And just let the left ear fall towards the left shoulder. You'll drop the right shoulder down towards the earth. It's that gentle opening, softening through the neck. And there's no need to press or force. Just let gravity take hold. Another breath here. And then the head comes back to center. Slowly release that left hand towards the sky. And then inhale, right arm rises. And as you exhale, let that right hand fall outside the head towards that left ear. And then just gently let the right ear now fall towards the right shoulder. And that left arm hangs heavy, heavy. To open the grounding lines, the chakras, and the soles of our feet. Right? That's what grounds us to the moment. It's what grounds us to the earth, right? And most of us, we never stretch our feet, right? So there's a lot of tightness there, but we're sinking down, down, down into the body. Last breath here. Good. Inhale, head to sky. Reach that right arm up, sweep it all the way down. Right? You'll come over. If you have that support, you can slide it away. Untuck the toes if they were tucked. I'm just going to gently pound the tops of our feet to the earth. Beautiful. Good. One breath to cat cow as you inhale, let the belly drop, chest rise. And as you exhale, round your spine, push the earth away. Beautiful. Looking forward as you inhale. Take a little tuck of your toes to downward facing dog. Exhale, hips to sky. And you can walk out your legs as you arrive. Make sure that the hands are shoulder distance here. And the feet are hip distance, maybe a little wider. And you spread our fingers wide. It's like you're trying to palm the earth. You press to the pads of your fingertips more than the center of the palm. And then press even more to the pointer finger and the thumb. And then invite the shoulders to move away from the ears. You're trying to open the shoulder blades in the back of the heart. Take one more breath here. And then invite the big toes to touch. As you inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged. Look forward as you exhale, shoulders over the wrist. I'm going to step that right foot all the way through. Drop your back knee down. Right? Right knee stacks over the ankle. Take a nice low lunge as you inhale, hands to sky. You'll bend the elbows and try to reach for opposite forearms, maybe all the way to the elbows. Draw your belly in, squeeze the right hip back, and then let the tailbone drop towards the floor. And feeling that strength in your leg. Feeling that place where you make contact with the earth below, grounded in this moment. As you scan your body and you get curious, where do I hold tension? Where can I soften? Good, one more breath here. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to release cactus the elbows, wash your hands all the way down. You might find blocks here as you take an inhale, lunge forward. And as you exhale, shift your hips back to Ardha Hanuman. And we'll pause here in this half splits pose. Hips stack over the left knee. Right leg is long, right toes flex towards the sky. We're going to cat-cow our spine here. So as you inhale, let your belly drop and your chest rise. And as you exhale, round the upper back, chin to chest. Good. 2 more deep breath in, just finding your movement. Exhale all the way out. And 1 more here. Not exhale. Beautiful. You're going to look forward as you breathe in, long spine. That left hand can stay on a block in knee height, or it plants under the left shoulder. So you really want to stay long here through the spine. We're twisting towards the right, either right hand to the sacrum, or you're going to sweep that right arm to the sky. Beautiful. And then drop that right hip down and then press it to the wall behind you and get long through the spine. Beautiful. Another deep breath here. Take that inhale. As you exhale, wash the right hand down to the earth or a block and take that bow over the right leg. Let yourself fold. 2 deep breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. Last one. You look forward as you inhale, lunge to the top of your mat, hands to the earth now. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. You want to push the earth away around the upper spine. Inhale, right leg all the way to the sky, 3-legged. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog, step that right foot to the earth. 1 big breath in, forward to plank as you inhale. Knees to the earth. Slowly resist the floor as you exhale, right? You take a few seconds to lower down. Legs come long. Big breath, cobra as you rise, lift the chest. Exhale, third eye to the earth. And 2 more. Nice deep breath in as you lift. And exhale all the way to the earth. Good. Last one. Strong in the legs so the feet root down. Beautiful. Exhale all the way to the earth. Taking that inhale here. Exhale, pressing to child's pose. So bring the big toes to touch. Take the knees wide. Let the belly, the heart, the head fall towards the floor. And you can soften the elbows here, just letting the shoulders relax. And breathe into the back body, right? Noticing what hides in those places we don't tend to see. Right? When we're focused outside to the external, often what's forward and in front of us. And yet the back body is where we find support. And often it's the things that hide in our shadow. So can we bring light there? Can we bring mindfulness there? We become aware or conscious of the unconscious. Good. 1 more breath here. Beautiful. Let the inhale lift you up, hands and knees. Toes tuck, exhale, downward facing dog. Take your hips right back to the sky. A few breaths here to walk out your legs, maybe even shake out the head, the neck. And find again that alignment, spreading the fingers wide, press to the pointer finger and the thumb. Drop the shoulders down the back. So reach them up towards the hips and then roll the armpits towards the earth. Right? Feel that space in the back body. And then again, root through the pointer finger and the thumb while staying open in the back. Beautiful. One more breath here. Good, big toes touch. Inhale, take your left leg to the sky, three-legged. Look forward as you exhale, slowly step that left foot through. Low lunge, back knee drops down. Okay. As you inhale, reach your arms towards the sky. And then again, bend the elbows here. So we're reaching towards the opposite elbow, maybe the forearms, and finding a lunge. Beautiful. Left hip draws back. Tailbone towards the earth, belly hugs in. And you find that deep breath. Right? It's often when we slow down or even when we pause, we tend to get uncomfortable. Can we get curious instead rather than discomfort or don't like? It's like, wow, what is that sensation? Oh, is it strength? Is it growth? To move with more mindfulness. Another breath here. And deep inhale. It's the exhale as we bend the elbows wide, forward and down. Right? Hands might come to blocks here as you inhale, lunge forward. Take that exhale back, Ardha Hanuman. So we're stacking our hips over that right knee. Left leg is long. Now you can come as high as you might need on blocks here. We'll take that cat-cow with our spine. 3 breaths. Inhale, belly drops, chest rises. And then as you exhale, move away from that left leg. 2 more. Your breath, your movement. And that greater embodiment means a greater honoring, right? An honoring of your breath, of your body. And to honor the edges of where the body asks you to pause. Right? So as you stay here, long spine, right hand comes towards the earth under your shoulder or maybe a block. Right? And left hand can twist you open, resting on your sacrum, or you can take that left hand all the way to the sky. Good. And then when you find this shape, press the left hip down towards the earth and then back to the wall behind you. So we get a little bit longer through the low spine. And we find that even pelvis. And to move with that deeper mindfulness, that deeper embodiment. One more here. Good. That inhale, left arm to the sky, and then exhale, fold, right? Hands can again be on blocks. You just let yourself melt over that left leg. Take these few breaths here. Beautiful. Your inhale, look forward, lunge forward, right? Hands to the earth, back toes tucked, lift that back knee, right? So you're pushing the earth away. Take an inhale, sweep your left leg all the way to the sky, and then downward facing dog, step it to the earth. Inhale, forward, plank, top of a push-up. As you exhale, knees to the earth, take a few seconds, resist the floor as the chest and chin lower. Right? Letting the legs come long. One breath, cobra, as you rise. And exhale, third eye to the earth. Beautiful. So I'm going to take the fingers off our mat, pads of fingertips to the earth, elbows to the sky. Okay. And so noticing, check in with your body here as we come into this next flow. You want to be gentle in your low back, right? So you want to stay soft in our low back. You're going to lift that left leg off the floor. Right? You're going to bend that left knee to the sky, and you can stay here, right? Taking those, left toes to the sky. You can stay here. You're going to roll towards that right hip and try to bring the left toes over towards the right side. Right? And then slowly come back down all the way to the belly. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend the left knee, toes to sky. Right? You can stay here, or you're rolling to the left hip and then just taking that right leg with you, trying to bring the toes over towards the left. Good. Exhale, roll back. Take an inhale, lift the crown of your head towards the sky, rise up through center, and then exhale, roll right back down. Good. So again, bend that left knee, toes towards the sky, right? We're lifting that thigh. You can stay, or you're rolling over, making it a little more fluid now. As you exhale, come back towards the belly, left leg long. Right, inhale, lifting that right leg, bend the knee, stay or roll to that left hip, taking that twist. Okay. Exhale to the belly. That inhale, reach through the heart, the chest, lift up any amount. Exhale, right back down. Good. Last one, moving through. Inhale, left leg lifts, bend the knee, maybe you roll. Moving with mindfulness as you exhale, slowly come back down. Over towards the right side. You might just stay bending that right knee, or you're rolling all the way over. Good. Back to the belly. All together. Final breath in. Lift your heart. Reach through center and then slowly lower down. Good. Hands in by the ribs. Tuck the toes. Hug the elbows towards the midline. Breathe in. Slowly, slowly, hands and knees. Push the earth away. Downward facing dog, hips to the sky. One deep breath here. Sigh it away. Let big toes touch. Lift your heels as you inhale. Look forward, bend your knees. Step, walk, or maybe you take a light float, top of the mat. We'll have our feet hip distance as we arrive. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, belly draws in, forward fold. Okay, 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deeply fold. And last one, deep breath in. Beautiful. Exhale, fold. The knees bend, reverse swan dive, arms wide, rise up, reach up. And as you exhale, samasti tahi, bring the hands to prayer at your heart. Take that nice deep breath in, all the way out. And one more here, deep breath in, all the way out. Beautiful. We're going to shift our weight towards that right foot. So you're just bringing the weight down, right? And rooting through the soles of our feet. So often we kind of curl our foot in, right? We even stay disconnected from the earth, mostly in shoes, right? Our hard surfaces. So you really want to open the sole of your foot, right? Root through the toes and the 4 corners of your feet. Right? And as you bring your weight towards that right leg, the left toes come in front of you, left knee bends. Now, if you are working on balance, if balance is challenging for you, then you're just going to bring these toes, these left toes up, and let them hover above the earth. And that way, if you need to step back down, the earth is right there for you. Okay? Micro bend in the right knee. We never want to lock out our joints, but if it's available to you, you'll keep lifting the left knee. You can interlace the fingers either behind the left thigh. It's a little easier for the knee, or you can bring the interlace around that left shin. Hug the left knee in, but stay long in the spine. Beautiful. And try to find that evenness in the pelvis. So sometimes we lean one side or the other. We want to try to hug everything in. The belly hugs in wherever you are. As we become deeply embodied, we become more mindful, more aware, more connected. Yeah, beautiful. Last breath here. Good. So we're going to release that left leg if you have it, right? I'm going to take a step back to warrior one. So wherever you are, lift that left foot up, bend into that right knee. I'm going to hinge forward through the torso as you extend that left leg back, and then plant the left foot at a 45-degree angle, right? Heels are in line. Right? Hands reach up towards the sky. Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath here. And as you exhale, lean in towards that right knee. Right hip draws back. Press through the back foot. Press through the outer edge of the back foot. And deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, take the hands wide. Right? You're going to bend the elbows, reach for opposite forearm. Maybe you come all the way to the elbows. Good. Take that inhale, lift the heart up. And as you exhale, we're coming towards humble warrior here, but a little different, right? So we're holding towards the forearms or the elbows. Stay strong through the belly. You want to hinge halfway and then come inside that right leg. Let the head fall down towards the earth. And then press the shoulder blades back. So you want to squeeze the shoulder blades together. They don't collapse into the heart. Beautiful, strong in the legs. Take another breath here. Right hip draws back. Good. Keep the grasp. Inhale, lift your chest and torso up. Lengthen that right leg. Good. Deep breath in. Reach up. Draw the belly in, drop the tailbone down. And then as you exhale, hinge forward halfway. Right? Right? So again, you might be holding opposite wrists. You might be holding the forearms. Maybe you come all the way to the elbows. Right? Pause halfway, lengthen through the crown of the head. Root through the soles of your feet. Send that right hip back, square off the pelvis, drop the left hip down. So one more breath here. And then as you exhale, continue to fold over that right leg any amount. Try to challenge the balance here. Feeling how the body adjusts, noticing those micro movements as the body tends to balance. And our body fights to stay in center. Good. Bend the right knee as you inhale, rise back up, come to that warrior one. And then this time, drop the tailbone towards the earth, lift your heart towards the sky any amount. Beautiful. Inhale, chest to sky, to center, arms to sky. As you exhale, bring the hands down towards the earth. Lift that back heel. Deep breath in, and then as you exhale, step to the top of your mat and forward fold. And one breath, halfway lift. Exhale, deeply fold. Good. So you want to look forward now halfway. You might bring the hands to blocks if the earth feels far away. I'm just going to take that right foot and step it behind the left. So you're just crossing that right foot behind the left and take a forward fold. So you can stay lifted on blocks. Fingers can come towards the earth. Maybe you begin to hinge at the hips. Keep a micro bend here in the knees. Just letting the spine hang heavy. And then let deep breath in. Beautiful all the way out. And one more here. Deep breath in. All the way out. And look forward. Free out that right leg. Step it back, feet hip distance. Reverse swan dive, knees bend, rise up, reach up. And as you exhale, Samastitihi, hands to prayer at the heart. Deep breath in, all the way out. Good, one more here, deep breath in, and all the way out. Begin to firm that left foot to the earth. Take your weight over, grounding through the pads of the toes and even grounding through the ball of that foot, the back of the heel. So we're really spreading firm to the earth. And as we take our weight over, that right knee comes in front, and you might just hover the toes above the earth. It's a wonderful place to work on that stability. If you're continuing to come farther, right knee lifts, interlace could come behind the right thigh. It might come around the right shin. And keep a micro bend in that left knee. So we want to use the muscles a little more than the stacking or locking of our joints. And you might imagine a rod from the tip of the crown of your head all the way down towards the sole of your foot, or a rod extending from earth to sky. Good. Deep breath here. Beautiful. Last one. Right, noticing how the body tends to fight, how it micro moves to stay centered. Right. We're going to begin to shift back towards that warrior one. So you're going to lift the right knee as you begin to hinge forward and extend that right leg back, right? Nice and controlled. Right foot plants. Heels are about in line. Back foot's that 45-degree angle. Right? Rise up as you inhale. And lean into that left knee as you exhale. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Drop the arms wide and then behind your back. So you want to change the grip here. And it's usually the arm that feels a little more awkward that comes on top. Press through that back heel, press through the outer edge of the foot. It helps protect the back knee. And at the same time, we lean in. And then we invite the left hip to come back, right hip to draw forward. And to help soften our low back, tailbone towards the earth. Right? So we create that spaciousness through our sacrum. We want to try to stay with that alignment, that grounding in our feet. Inhale, lift up. And then come forward for this humble warrior with the arms staying as they are, right? So we're lengthening, hinging. Come inside that left knee. Let your head fall towards the earth. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Left hip draws back. Keep reaching it to the back of your mat. Find the stability from grounding down. That mindful connection to the earth. Good. Stay here, deep breath. Strong in the legs. Take that inhale. Slowly rise up. Lengthen. Lengthen that left leg. We're going to keep the arms as they are. Again, tailbone towards the earth. Left hip draws back. Reach up. And then lengthen. Fold forward halfway. Pause. Get a deep breath. Finding balance, finding center, right? No matter what shape we take, staying connected to that subtlety of our body. Exhale, begin to fold a little more deeply. Just drape over that left leg any amount. A few breaths here. The left hip draws back. One more breath. Beautiful, beautiful. Then lean in, left knee bends, rise all the way up. So you're coming through that warrior one, and then take that openness now, reaching the heart towards the sky. Then tailbone towards the earth, left hip draws back. One more breath here. Good. Lengthen your chest, free the hands, reach them to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, wash wide, frame that left foot, lift the back heel, look forward. As you exhale, step forward. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deeply fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift, and you can bring your hands back to blocks here, any height. If the earth is available to you, fingers towards the earth, left foot steps now. It crosses behind the right ankle, just bringing the outer edges of the feet to touch. Staying lifted, or you're welcome to fold any amount over the legs, and you can take a little bend in the knees or maybe a big bend if you need. Deep breath in, beautiful, all the way out. And last one here. And take an inhale, lengthen your spine, free that left foot, step it back, feet hip distance, forward fold. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive, rise up, reach up, look up. And as you exhale, Samasthi Tihi, hands to heart. Beautiful. One breath here, breathe in. All the way out. Good. Big toes come together to touch, heels apart just slightly. Take that inhale, hands to the sky. And as you exhale, sit down, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring the hands right back towards the heart, right? Palms together. You want to find this natural curve in the low spine, so we lift through the heart. Look down for the toes. If you don't see the toes, take the weight back. Right? You should just be able to see the toes. And then sit down a little lower. Draw the belly in and then reach your chest forward. Squeeze the shoulders back. Good. Again, ground through the feet. Take your weight to the left foot. You might just lift that right heel and stay there, or you're going to inhale, bring the right knee up towards the hands. And then exhale, step that right foot back down. Inhale over to the left. Maybe you just lift the heel or the left knee comes up to meet the hands. And then as you exhale, plant it back. Good. Keep going. Slow down your breath and slow down your movement. Right? Can we stay present in the effort, right? Even when we have to move, we have to focus. Can we still stay connected? Can we stay embodied? Without rushing, can we move more mindfully even? There, take one more to the left to balance out. And inhale, reach all the way up. Maybe you find a little backward bend here. Good. Exhale, come back, hands reach straight up towards the sky. And deep breath in, reach through the fingers. And as you exhale, twist through the chest to the right, cactus the arms. Good. Inhale, hands to sky, heart to center. And then exhale to the left. Good. Inhale to center. And then exhale, swan dive all the way down, forward fold. And one big breath to halfway lift. Exhale to deeply fold. Good. Bend your knees so that the hands plant to the earth. I'm going to step the right foot back and then the left plank pose. This is too much. Drop your knees to the earth. We're just finding a few breaths here, either at plank or knees to the earth. Drawing the belly in, sending the tailbone towards the heels. Reach the heart forward. Right? Feeling into our center, to our belly, to our core. Right? It's that seat of Manipura chakra, that willpower last breath here. Right? Together, we'll inhale wherever you are, knees up or down. Bring the shoulder heads over the fingers. Now drop the knees if they're not already. Resist the floor all the way to the belly. Little one breath, cobra, as you rise. And then soften the elbows wide. Release the forehead to the hand. Take a nice bend in the knees and windshield wipe your feet side to side. One more here. Good. And coming towards center, you can lengthen your legs. Right? I'm going to bend our right knee. If you have a strap or a towel, you're welcome to take it around that right foot or that right ankle, or you can reach back with the right hand, grab hold of that right foot. You can let the head soften here towards the ground. Draw that right heel in towards the sit bone. Breathe in, breathe out. And that curiosity as you feel into your body. You can stay here, leaving your head towards the earth. If you want a little more, right hand towards the right ankle. You leave the right knee on the ground. You're just going to kick back into the right hand. And so you might use that left elbow and forearm for a little support. As you open through that right shoulder, keep your chest square to the top of the mat. For these last few breaths, stay here. Maybe you lift that right knee, that right thigh off the ground. Stay soft in the low back. One more breath if you're lifted. And all exhale, lower down, lengthen the right leg. Taking a breath here at center, let the spine reset. And you'll bend the left knee, free that left hand. You can also use some support, a strap, maybe a scarf, a towel if you have it. Draw that left heel in. You can start by letting the head soften towards the ground. Beautiful. Just savoring that breath in and breath out. And how deeply connected can we be moment to moment? Staying here, if you want to come farther, then that left hand is to the left ankle. We start with our knee on the ground and just kick back into the hand. And so that right elbow and forearm is there for a little extra support. The right leg is long, right leg is straight. It might feel like enough, so stay. Or the last two breaths, you're welcome to lift that left knee from the earth. Please keep the shoulders square. Reaching forward, lengthening back. And then take that inhale if you're lifted. Slowly lower down. All together, free that left leg, reach it long, soften your forehead towards the earth. One breath, breathe in, sigh it out. Bend both of the knees now. You can stay. You can take the hands towards the outer edges of the ankles, maybe to the feet. We want to try to keep our knees here about hip distance, so we don't want them to splay all the way out wide, right? And you might just stay here. Again, you can use a strap, you can use a towel. If you can't reach even with a strap or towel, you can just stay active, drawing the heels in, right? And we're kind of going in that same direction. So first step, if you want more, is to kick back into the hands, leave the knees down, right? Mindful that you're not cramming the head forward. Stay long in the back of your neck, take your gaze forward and down, and then soften the low back. If you want more, you kick into the hands so much that the legs begin to lift from the earth. Beautiful. 2 breaths. Your exhale, if you're lifted, lower. I'm going to take one more breath. Bring the hands underneath the head. Let the spine reset. Deep inhale. And exhale, maybe you even sigh it away. And hands to the ribs. Press towards your hands, your knees. And then back to child's pose. And so you choose here. Maybe you want the big toes together, knees wide. You can bring the knees in close. Arms can reach long overhead, or you might bring them by your side. Turn your palms towards the sky and let the shoulders soften. Lengthening the rhomboid, just that muscle between the shoulder blades. And breathe into the back body. And then breathing into the space of the kidneys, the organs in the body. We become curious and connected, more deeply embodied and mindful of this moment. Into the infinite subtleties unfolding here and now. Last breath. Good. We'll free our hands, come back towards the hands and the knees. Separating the knees, hip distance, and then big circles. So you might roll through the rib cage, movement through the spine, the head, the neck. Maybe you want to come back to some big circles through the legs, the hips. And just take a few breaths here to stretch out, to find some movement. Beautiful. Good. Last breath wherever you are. We'll go ahead, we'll look forward. We're going to come down to our backs. So you are welcome to come all the way to the belly and simply roll yourself over. You're welcome to swing the feet to one side, sit down, lie back, right? Your choice. In your own time, however you get there. Knees to the chest. And just take this little rock side to side. And then slowly find your way to center. Gonna interlace fingers around that right shin, possibly behind the right thigh. And then let that left foot start on the ground, left knee bent to the sky. Take an inhale here. Drop your shoulders down. As you exhale, use the belly to lift your forehead up towards that right knee, so less pulling on the right leg. Inhale, slowly lower. And as you exhale, lift the forehead towards the knee, use the belly. Good. One more inhale, head to earth. Exhale, forehead to knee. And then inhale, soften your head to the earth. And then extend your right leg towards the sky. You can now take that interlace behind the right thigh. Maybe you extend it up and take it behind the right calf or ankle. Wherever you are, let the shoulders relax to the earth. Let your spine get long to the earth. And so the right femur bone drops down into the right hip socket. So you let that right hip get heavy to the earth and then press the right hip away from the head. You're finding length through the right side body. Good. Taking these last two breaths here. A couple options here. Right? It's available to bring that left hand towards the outer edge of your right foot. You'll start there, and then you're rolling yourself in towards a twist so that outside of the left leg comes down, and you're extending that right foot forward and in front of you, letting that right hand sweep back behind you. Now that might feel like too much or not available. That left hand could even come to the outside of that right calf too, right? That's available. Now, if that's too much, you'll just bend that right knee instead, and then lift the knees and take them over to the left, chest back to the right, and you'll find a reclined twist here, stacking the knees. Wherever you are, nice deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Notice your breath. Notice where you're holding. Invite your attention there. Maybe you can soften just a bit. That last breath. Right. When you exhale, and unwind. And you might roll all the way to your back. If that right leg is straight, you can take it towards the sky. And then bend that right knee. We'll all meet knees in towards our chest, taking that little rock side to side. You might even find this movement through your sacrum. Hold the knees and then take this infinity or figure eight sign, right? And dropping one hip down and then the other. Winding in those places we tend to hold. Coming to center, take the interlace towards that left knee, right foot to the ground, right knee to sky. You can even take that interlace behind the left thigh. Take a nice breath here. Stay as you breathe out. Left knee comes in. Drop your shoulders to the earth. Use the belly more than the hands. Inhale. As you exhale, lift the forehead towards the knee. Squeeze the navel to the spine. Two more, nice and slow. Inhale, head to earth. Exhale, lift. Draw the belly towards the spine. One more deep breath. Head to the earth. Lengthen that left leg. Interlace can come behind your left thigh. You might lengthen the hands, take them behind the calf, maybe up towards that left ankle. And then bring your attention towards the left hip, right? Getting curious here. You want to think about dropping the left femur, the left thigh bone down. So drop that left hip down and then let the left hip move away from the head. So you want to try to balance out the hips. Feel a little more space through the sacrum. Now, maybe that means you have to ease up on the depth of that left leg. As we become more embodied, we become more attuned to what the body is asking. We become more attuned to that healthy alignment. And that intention that we might walk in greater alignment in the world. Beautiful. Last breath here. Good. We're coming towards that twist. So those few options here. You might bring your right hand outside the left foot and you're twisting towards the right. So you're going to let that right leg fall down towards the earth as you twist your left foot over. Now, again, that right hand could come down towards the calf here, maybe up towards that crease of the left knee. And then if that's not available, it feels like too much, then you'll just bend the knees, stacking them one on top of the other, knees towards the right, chest back to the left. Beautiful. Just wherever you are, broaden the shoulders towards the earth and free your chest towards the sky. And to rest inside your body, your breath, to reside in center. Just these last two deepest breaths of the day. As you unwind, that left leg is long, you might bring it back towards the sky. We're all going to meet with the knees bent. And you're welcome to hug the knees in one last time, rock side to side. Maybe you'd like to find happy baby, soles of your feet to the sky, knees wide. Maybe you'd even like to stretch the legs long, maybe out wide or to the sky. Take these few breaths here. Any last movement you need. And then we'll squeeze ourselves into this little ball, draw the knees to the nose, hug the nose to the knees, squeeze everything in. As you exhale, release. Let your feet come down towards the floor. You might simply lengthen your legs long for Shavasana. If you need support, you're welcome to take a pillow or bolster under the backs of the knees. You might find a blanket or something to cover the eyes. Just arrive to that final resting shape. And Shavasana is not a checking out, but rather it's a merging in to become absorbed into this moment, to become absorbed by the breath, and to merge into that union with life itself. And that absorption that comes from deep embodiment, that union with the moment as it is. That merging into Shavasana. Begin to slowly draw awareness back to the body. Do you feel the places of the earth below, the sky above, and the breath within? And you deepen the inhale, surrender it away to the exhale. And reawake the fingers and toes, and wrists and ankles. In your own way, find a stretch awake. And that roll to one side as you're ready. And we'll meet in that comfortable seat with the palms together. And that gesture of gratitude. And that we might carry this practice with us off the mat and into the world to live as the change we wish to see. Bow of head to heart. Namaste. Thank you.